Back mount escape lesson number 2, right? Bonus lesson 2. So same here. He's got chokes, attacks right here. He's got arm bars as long as he has an underhook right here. Okay. He's also got triangles. If he gets lucky, he's able to isolate my arm right here. He's going to eventually start working a triangle. Okay. So, but I get to this point right here. I cup and I just trap this arm right here. Some monkey grip holding his wrist right here so he can't choke me. Eventually he's gonna think of another attack because he can't attack me with this arm. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start to escape by getting really heavy on this arm, tucking both elbows in, and then I'm gonna lean to the strong side right here, the side where he's got the overhook. As I come right here, I'm going to begin to, I get really heavy on this thigh right here. So I get really heavy on this thigh. It's harder for him to keep locking up. If he locks his ankles up right here, everybody knows that you're not supposed to do that because you're going to get caught. But from here, by me getting really heavy on this side, I'm going to just clear this leg just like that. I'm starting to escape, but I don't turn. I stay on my back, he's still on my back. And then I'm going to reach with this hand right here, this hand, so I'm defending right here, I'm pulling him in, and I'm getting really heavy on my shoulder, I'm getting really heavy on my hips right here against his thigh, and begin to spin. Now I'm escaping. He can still hook right here, you know, it's okay, but eventually he's going to lose because I'm going to reach with this hand, I'm going to reach a lapel, a collar right here. I'm going to use this collar to begin to walk. If he's hooking right there, once I get to this point, I actually can free up this leg and kind of, you know, I free up this arm to kind of kick his leg over. Once I get to here, I'm going to come back and keep cupping his elbow. Now I have this grip right here. The key is to keep constantly driving into him that way. I'm constantly being heavy on his thigh. From here, I'm just going to pop up. My knee's going to go into his thigh right here. Boom. Okay? So, when I get to here, so now my knee is blocking him from shrimping into me that way. So I block right here. So I was here, you know, I'm still cupping this elbow. From here, I'm going to grab the wrist and then pass it to the other side like this. Okay? This is a pretty common position people find themselves in, and most commonly people go start attacking the neck right here, and then, you know, just cut and then get that kind of like a paper cutter motion, bread and butter choke right here. But that's not your goal. So from here, that's going to be your trick. You're going to trick him into thinking that you're going to go for this and start choking him. But instead of doing that, your hand's going to come underneath and grab the bottom collar the same way, pretty deep right here. Now you still have the option of coming around right here, looping around your hand, and then maybe tricking him. He's thinking you're able to do that, but that's not really what you're going to do. From here, with his arm trapped right here, between your knee and your arm, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pivot my leg right here. I'm going to sit this leg that way. Okay? As I'm sitting my leg that way, I'm going to pull him up. Okay, isolating his arm right here, then I'm going to take his back. Now I got his back right here. Okay, from here, now he's in trouble because I have all kinds of attack. I can hold this, and, you know, I'm pretty much taking his back from there. So one more time. So your opponent has your back right here. You're immediately begin to be defensive right here. Start leaning to the strong side and work your way up to his neck. Right here, I'm still trapping right here. I'm going to begin to pass this leg. Come right here, okay? Grab deep right here, and then you're going to pop up your knee that way, okay? Once you pop up your knee, hand comes under right here. And you're constantly being heavy. That way he wants to turn and take my back that way, okay? If I'm light, if I don't put any pressure, he's going to be able to take my back and just reinsert his leg hook. But he can't do that. You understand? You can't do that if I'm like this. You see? Pretty heavy. And I'm pinning his face that way with my head. Some people call it dirty, but, you know, whatever. It works. So you're here. my other hand hooks underneath, grabs even deeper onto the lapel. Like I said, you can trick him into thinking, bug him a little bit right here. Okay, cut across, grab the shoulder, or grab the gi, and then cut him that way. But that's easy to defend. He's just going to block his neck. You don't have anything. But what's going to mess up? Is going to mess with his mind is why you're coming down right here from the bottom. So now you're thinking you're going to loop around, but you're not going to loop around. You're going to sit, pull him, and now you have his back. Okay? Oh, you're right there. One last time. He's got my back right here. Very initial trick, elbows down if you can. Cup the monkey grip, the wrist right here. Cup the elbow. Get really heavy right here and begin to tuck your elbows in and then fall onto this side. He's going to be fighting it. He's going to be keeping his leg hooks heavy right here, but you just stay heavy right here. From here, you're going to begin to move your body, clearing that leg. Okay, once you clear that leg, now I'm smashing his leg with my whole weight. I'm going to reach my hand, grab his collar right here. Okay, from here, I'm going to pop up onto my knee. Boom! I'm still driving my weight onto him. See that? He's not able to come up because I'm driving my weight. If he's able to, he starts moving away that way. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to follow him this way. That way I'm constantly putting pressure on him. Okay? To the point that now I'm sliding my grip. From here I'm walking my grip that way. Okay? From here I'm going to grab his wrist or keep cupping his elbow, pin it, loop around. Now you're here. Once that's tucked in, bug his neck a little bit. Make him think you're going to go for the choke. You know? From here, just come under, shoot underneath, and reach right here. Okay, once you're here, you're just going to pop up and pull. Now you have his back. Over, under. So that's bonus loss number 2 from LPC. Cool? Try it. So immediately cup the wrist and cup the elbow. There you go. So he's just being really heavy right here. And then he falls up. He uses his weight to do that. He begins to move out of the way, pinning my leg right here. Okay. From here, he's going to begin to reach with the other hand. Yes, grab my collar right here. So that prevents me from remounting. I cannot remount because he's being really heavy. He pops up, uses his, it's called smart knee, right here. He's driving his knee onto my, I cannot shrink back in, elbow escape in. I can't take his back because he's grabbing onto my lapel. From there, what is he going to do? He's going to reach with his other hand, okay? Come around right here. I'm going to be blocking it right here. So he tricks me. He does something confusing because he's grabbing both, with both hands, the back of my collar instead of the front. Instead of having one hand in the back, one hand in the front to choke me, he has both hands by the back of my collar. That's confusing because I don't know what's going on. From there, he's going to pop up and clear this leg onto the other side. Yes. Okay. Now he's got my arm isolated right here. He's got my arm isolated right there. I don't know if there's an attack there. Maybe there is. But then all you're doing is you've reversed the position from him taking your back to you taking his back. So you guys check that out. Back mount escape. Cool. See?